This anti-lock brake controller goes way up on the firewall, left of the clutch pedal, back in there. Yeah, it doesn't go in exactly square. It kind of goes in at an angle, a little bit like that. There's two tabs that fit through those holes, and then it has two of these plastic nuts on there. There's one of the tabs. The other one is up above in there. Because the plug-in is tight against the side, I want to plug that socket in there. I think it's this one. Plug that in. There we go. Okay, I got the top one on. And the bottom one. There we go. Got the bottom one on. I'll screw that top one on. Okay, the anti-lock brake controller is installed. Now I'll put the computer in. It two big yellow connectors right there. These two yellow connectors need to go up and back on the back here before I plug them into the computer. Okay, I have the two yellow connectors on top. I got to use two hands. I'll just plug them into the computer. Alright, they plugged all the way in and snapped in place. The computer screws in with the little Phillips head screws. One goes in front, and then there's another one on the back side. I'll leave that one loose until I do the back one. Alright, the inside screw is tight. I'm just going to tighten up this one. Okay, computer is in. I got one plug in I gotta not forget. Kind of sticks in the back there. Next I'll take this big cable here and run it through all these zip ties. These are the fancy zip ties. They have a little release latch on the back, so you can open them up. If I do it wrong, I can always undo them. This wire right here needs to go through the gap. I can't go over the top. I don't think it'll mess with the seal for the ventilation. This part of the wire harness needs to go through that gap down here. I guess the only thing I can do is loosen my heater core up here so that I can get this wire down where it's supposed to be. Had to take this bar off. Took all 4 bolts out of the heater core there. I think I can move it around enough to get that wire back there. Get my rubber cover in place. Okay, there it's in. Push that back in. Put these 2 nuts back on. This one with the wire tie on it, and on the other side, get that one on. I'll tighten those 2 up. I tightened up all the bolts for the heater, so it's all tight again. And I just need to put this one back in. So I just need to tighten these 2 bolts, then my mistake will be fixed. Not sure what these two wire ties are for. I'll have to figure that out. Two more over here. This is the last part of the wire harness. Double wires here. I'll try to figure out where that goes next. I can see on my wire harness this is a matching connector, so I'm sure that goes there. It's always good to check a couple of wire colors first, and yeah, they look like they match. Okay, I went ahead and plugged this one together. There's another blue pair up here I will plug together. We have those two plugged in. Not sure about the routing. I'm sure these go into the multimeter. Alright, I think I figured out that these two hanging down back here behind the fuses connect with those two up here. Okay, I was right about those two. They connected together. I checked on a couple of things and figured out that this one goes to my mirror motor, and this one is not used. I was like trying to figure out where does it go, and that goes to the power windows, but I don't have power windows, so went ahead and tied this end into this zip tie up here. The whole cable here goes up. It goes something like this, and just it will wire into the bottom of the dashboard. It'll go right up here like this, something like that. Alright, what else can I plug in? Let's see. These big square ones here, I can plug those together. Okay, these two are plugged together. This one with a green wire and a green wire with a white stripe goes to the brake pedal switch right there. I'll plug that in. There's a ground wire out of this bundle. I'm just going to bolt it right into this bracket right here. Now I'm going to put in the ignition key assembly here. It just slides over the steering column. There's a little notch in the bottom there, little steering lock fits into. This piece fits over the top. The original bolts that go in there don't have tops on them. They have to be drilled out, so I'm replacing them with these two bolts. Same size, but they have hex wrench heads. So I'll just put this on here, line it up with that little notch on the bottom, this bracket on the top. Tighten these guys down. Now it's not working. Let me loosen them back up again. Now I can't get the key out. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think I got it now. I'll tighten it back up again. Okay, we're good to go here. Key works. Okay. Now this connector I marked has a really big white wire with a green stripe and a big yellow one with a black stripe. Alright, that connects in ignition switch that I just installed. And there's also a little one with two light green wires that goes also into the ignition switch. Except one side has a white wire on it. The other side has a green and then a green with a black stripe. So I'm sure they're correct, but it could be confusing. I'll plug those in now. Those two are plugged in, and this one will go to the turn signal and window wiper switch, headlight switch. A little orange wire here. I think it's not used for a rear window washer. This car doesn't have one, so maybe that's why it just ends there. These probably just kind of go up in here like this somewhere. This one, pink, black, light green, and needs to plug in to the heater control switch right here. No, not this one. Got the wrong wire. This is the one I think plugs in there. There we go. Alright, what else? Okay, blower motor. This one with all the pink wires goes to the blower motor resistor. Alright. Down below the blower motor is the blower motor power. It's red and black. That connects to this one, which is pink and black. So, like those two together. This is the AC. It will be unused in this car. I just realized something for the first time. I'm looking over here and there's no lever. It's totally broken. I never even realized that, so we'll see if I can find another one. I found another one. Looks like it's in good shape. All the parts are on there. It was super dirty. It took me a while to clean it up. So I'll go ahead and put this in. Replace that other one. Taking these cables off. You gotta pop them out. There we go. Pop it out of that snap thing, and then the end should just slide off. There we go. See, the ends have a little loop on them like that. I'll have to pull that off with my pliers. Okay, I pulled that little ring off. And I unplugged that. And just take it right out. Then slide the new old one in place. That cable needs to go behind that steel bar. So clip on there. Slide in, should clip in place. Put the little wires on. Clips in place right there. There we go. And the last one connects to the blower motor housing. Yeah, I'll pop that in. I need 2 hands. And then plug this thing back in. Sounds good. Seems good. All right, all working good. Okay.